Remember what they have to do to get where they are. Their perspective is so narrow, so brief. A few years, and the best of them a few decades. They care only about the time they are in power. She thought about Cygnus A. But they are not sure our story is a lie. They cannot prove it. Therefore, we must convince them. In their hearts, they wonder, could it be true? A few even want it to be true, but it is a risky truth. They need something close to certainty. Perhaps we can provide it. We can refine gravitational theory. We can make new astronomical observations to confirm what we were told, especially for the Galactic Center in Cygnus A. I'm not going to stop astronomical research. Also, we can study the Dodeck if they give us access. Ellie, we will change their minds. Difficult to do if they're all crazy, she thought to herself. I don't see how the governments could convince people this is a hoax, she said. Oh, really? Think of what else they've made people believe. They've persuaded us that we'll be safe if only we spend all our wealth so everybody on Earth can be killed in a moment. When the governments decide the time has come. I would think it's hard to make people believe something so foolish. No, Ellie, they're good at convincing. You need only say that the machine doesn't work and that we've gone a little mad. I don't think we'd seem so mad if we all told our story together. Oh, but you may be right. Maybe we should try to find some evidence first. Vegi, will you be okay when you, go back? What can they do to me? Exile me to Gorky? I could survive that. I've had my day at the beach. No, I will be safe. You and I have a mutual security treaty, Ellie. As long as you're alive, they need me. And vice versa, of course. If the story is true, they will be glad there was a Soviet witness. Eventually, they will cry it from the rooftops. And like your people, they will wonder about military and economic uses of what we saw. Doesn't matter what they tell us to do. What matters is that we stay alive. Then we will tell our story, all 5 of us. Discreetly, of course. At first, only to those we trust. But those people will tell others. The story will spread. There will be no way to stop it. Sooner or later, the governments will acknowledge what happened to us in the dodecahedron. And until then, we are insurance policies for each other. Ellie, I am very happy about all this. It is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Give Nina a kiss for me, she said just before he left on the night flight to Moscow. For breakfast, she asked Shi if he was disappointed. Disappointed? Oh, them? He lifted his eyes skyward. To see them and to be disappointed? I am an orphan of the Long March. I survived the Cultural Revolution. I was trying to grow potatoes and sugar beets for 6 years in the shadow of the Great Wall. Upheaval has been my whole life. I know disappointment. You have been to a banquet, and when you come home to your starving village, you are disappointed that they do not celebrate your return. Oh, this is no disappointment. We have lost a minor skirmish. Examine the disposition of forces. He would shortly be departing for China, where he had agreed to make no public statements about what had happened in the machine. But he would return to supervise the dig at Xi'an. Tomb of Qin was waiting for him. He wanted to see how closely the Emperor resembled that simulation on the far side of the tunnels. Forgive me. I know this isn't permanent, she said after a while. But the fact that of all of us, you alone met someone who, in all your life, wasn't there anyone you loved? She wished she had phrased the question better. Everyone I ever loved was taken from me. Obliterated. I saw the emperors of the 20th century come and go, he answered. I longed for someone who could not be revised, or rehabilitated, or edited out. There are only a few historical figures who cannot be erased. He was looking at the tabletop, fingering the teaspoon. I devoted my life to the revolution, and I have no regrets. But I know almost nothing of my mother and father. I have no memories of them. Your mother is still alive. You remember your father and you found him again. Not overlook how fortunate you are. Davy, Ellie sensed a grief she had never before noticed. She assumed it was a reaction to the skepticism with which Project Directorate and the governments had greeted their story. But Davy shook her head. Whether they believe us is not very important for me. It experience itself is central. Transforming. Ellie, that really happened to us. It was real. The first night we were back here on Hokkaido, I dreamt that our experience was a dream, you know? But it wasn't. It wasn't. Yes, I'm sad. My sadness is... You know, I satisfied a lifelong wish up there when I found Surinder again after all these years.